Hi everyone, this is Yap and we are Yap and Yappies, and this is the weekly Yappers where we talk about tech news, movie news, and video game news.
Question sent in by a viewer: is Deadpool 3 the best movie from Marvel so far? What do you think, Fergus? Since you saw the movie,
Oh man,
he called himself Marvel Jesus multiple times, the savior of Marvel.
yeah, I mean, it's probably very up there for the more recent movies since Endgame. It's one of the best since Endgame, I would say. But is it up there?
Is it the best? Is it up there?
It's a fun movie. It's a great Deadpool movie, but if you compare it as a film wise, probably not. My personal favorite, if I liked it, is probably top 5. It's definitely top 5, maybe top 3.
Okay. But you think he's correct when he said that?
We shall see. We will see.
I guess with the slumps of Marvel movies lately, it's kind of, it might be since what, Spider-Man, or would you even say Doctor Strange 2 is a hit or a miss?
I think Doctor Strange 2 was a miss for most everyone.
Okay. So what is your favorite Marvel movie then?
Oh,
so far.
I think I have to put down Spider-Man: Homecoming.
How come?
Oh, go ahead.
What about it made it so special? I mean, I guess it's kind of obvious, but
yes. Well, Spider-Man's always been special to me.
Yeah.
And then with the new Spider-Man story, definitely felt refreshing.
Yeah. Okay. How about you, Brian? You have a favorite Marvel movie?
I would have to say the first Marvel.
Iron Man?
No, the Avengers. First Avengers.
Really? How come?
Yeah. I don't know. It was just so, when it first came out, everyone was like, oh, shoot, it's so good. And yeah, I just felt that. It's like, oh man, this is so great. Like, because it's so new and refreshing and how it all started and stuff. And so,
yeah. Interesting.
And it was like, go ahead. Oh, go.
Okay,
no, I was gonna say, and it was like really star-studded,
like so many heroes.
Yeah.
It's one of the first one that has so many, right?
Actually, Ocean's 11.
Oh, that doesn't count. That's not superhero.
Yeah, that's true. But
yeah, that movie or that series has a whole bunch of stars. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was just saying, like, it's been a while since we had something like that.
Yeah. It was a good time.
Yeah.
I think Endgame was the biggest one for me. Deadpool is top for real. What, like top, I don't know, maybe 3, 4, top 5 for sure. Endgame, because that stupid cliffhanger. Right from the movie before, and then you're like, you have to wait a whole year to watch it. Oh my god! And then it didn't disappoint. Actually, then it wasn't anything good after Spider-Man. All right, tech news. Did you guys see PS5 Pro Leak? Let me know what you think of this potential design.
It just has those grooves in it.
Oh.
Like, I guess fins, yeah.
Is it for better airflow or no?
No, I think it's cosmetics. But one, do you guys like the design?
I mean, it's okay.
It's very similar to the current design.
Yeah.
It's better than the PS4 Pro, or right, where it's just another layer.
No, I feel like if that if that was more of like better airflow for it, then I would think about buying it. But if it's not, it's just a design, then no. I mean, I see no point in updating.
Okay, so that's my next question. Brian's a no on updating. How about you, Fergus?
I'm not looking to update it right now since I have the Spider-Man limited edition
Oh yeah.
channel.
Yeah, they don't sell
So-
that anymore. That's right.
So yeah, if not for that, then yes, I would update.
Well, you can have it in your living room as well, right?
It is currently in my living room.
Oh, I guess that's a good centerpiece too, or kind of, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It does only have one at USB-C. Interesting.
I think there's one in the back as well. Yeah, so
Okay.
this one technically is supposed to have 50% more power about. So they're saying it's about 16 to 17 teraflops versus 10. That seems cool. Like 50% for pretty much, I would assume the same price or similar. But I guess if you don't have one, obviously this one's the one to go for, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And then that means I would have to transfer all my games over to.
No, I would assume you can move your SSD over. Your at least the external one.
Yeah.
Or not external, but technically it's internal. Not your extra one. I'm pretty sure you can just plug and play. Same account, same everything. Should be fine. I guess we'll see. But hopefully they don't get rid of the disk drive like Xbox just announced as well, right? They have a digital only Xbox.
Oh yeah, I hate that. I hate it when it's all digital only.
Yeah, you can never get back some of the games after they close the store, like the 3DS and stuff like that. It's kind of sad, actually.
Yeah, that is.
Okay, so speaking of limited, what would cause you guys to buy limited edition hardware? This example is Warcraft, right? But what would make you buy a brand new graphics card? Would anything actually?
No, to be honest, no. Unless it's a better version of it. Well, it have to be, right?
No, say it's the same card you have, but this one has your favorite game on it or your favorite whatever on it. Art.
No. No.
How about you, Fergus?
Yeah. For just one piece of hardware, probably not. Don't think so. If it's the whole setup is themed, then yeah, that's I can get behind that.
Okay. Because most of the time you can't even. Do you guys even look into your computer?
No.
Okay, me too. It's on the floor, or not directly on the carpet, but it's on the floor. Yeah, it's hard to see. I can only barely see the RGB, and it's closed all the time. It's a cool idea, but okay, I guess would you guys buy it and just leave it as a collector's thing?
No.
Probably not, right? Because it's so expensive.
Probably not with hardware like that.
Yeah.
Even I have a glass case on the left side.
Yeah.
It's glass, and I can see it's facing towards the window, so I can't even see it right now. So
yeah. So that's the thing, right? But I guess like graphics card might not be as important, but like cell phones and stuff back then, right? I guess Mario as well.
Yeah.
Imagine having an opened version of it now. It'd be worth so much money.
That is so true.
Speaking of
or like a video game, like that old school for Nintendo, there's an old school like Olympics game.
Yeah.
For NES. You could get a lot of money for that. I remember I had that game too. Just to be honest with you guys, I had the game, the running pad, and everything for that Nintendo.
My neighbor had it too. I remember playing it. I was like, why would I want to run You know, I thought it was the craziest game ever. And like, why would I actually want to physically run when you just sit and play games? And that's a different time back then. Okay, speaking of spending a lot of money on auction stuff, what would make you guys buy something? Not in this case, it's a Nintendo PlayStation controller prototype. But would anything ever make you spend 5 digits on for collectible stuff?
No,
Nothing.
nothing. Only if it's Final Fantasy. Then
So what about Final Fantasy? Would it be to be that much money? I guess Final Fantasy 1 signed by everyone, for example.
7? It has to be Final Fantasy 7.
Okay.
It has to be all like in mint condition in a package still. Never open Final Fantasy 7.
You would buy that for $10,000, for example, and just leave it?
Yeah.
Really?
Never open, mint condition, still in like the wrapping and all that good stuff.
Yeah. You know, talking about something like that, my cousin had Final Fantasy 7 Greatest Hits Edition, right? Unopened. My niece asked for it. The next day she sold it on eBay. But this is years ago, before like this collector's thing got big, and I think she sold it for $100.
Oh my god!
Unopened though. That's the thing. I was like, oh, she still had it. How much? Yeah, but collector's Greatest Hit Edition, so it's not like original.
Yeah.
Okay. How about you, Fergus? Would you spend this much on anything?
If it's like some complete collection, possibly. Like something that would interest me, and it's a complete collection, then yeah.
But you would never buy something like this?
No.
How about a PS1, like the original PS1 unboxed?
Probably still no.
Yeah, it has to be something really crazy, right?
Yeah.
Damn. Can you believe that because of Nintendo there's the PlayStation? That's crazy. You guys know the story, right? How PlayStation came about? Yeah? No?
Not really.
Oh, really? You're a PlayStation fan. I thought you should know. So Nintendo wanted Sony to make them the CD drive, so they can have the CD version instead of cartridge. But then I guess without telling Sony, Nintendo teamed up with Philips instead, and then kind of like backstabbed them. And then I guess since Sony already made all this stuff, they launched the PlayStation from that.
Dang.
Yeah, it's without Nintendo there wouldn't be a PlayStation. That's kind of crazy.
Wow.
35,000 for this controller though. What would you do if you had it, right? You just put it in a box?
You just put it on a display case. You spent $35,000. I'm gonna display it.
Display it, but away from the sun, away from
It's likely someone who already have like collect Sony or Nintendo stuff.
Yeah.
Console stuff, and they have a whole shelf of collection.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. It's a thing that could have happened, but Nintendo. So, curious. This might be a thing in the future, might not be. Would you rent your computer instead? Or in this case, a gaming computer?
No.
Instead of owning it?
No.
It's kind of like your cell phone, right? Like you pay monthly instead of the full installment, and then you can trade it in. But in this case, it will be a computer. Would you guys do that?
No.
I can see doing that, and so you don't have to keep up with the best specs.
Yeah, exactly.
The top stuff. So you can easily people swap around, and that's Probably that's in some cases better than having to constantly keep up with the new technology coming up.
Yeah, I think that's the only benefit for $60 a month. That's not that bad for 3050 as well. Especially when you don't care about the computer, right? Like you don't care about owning it.
Mm-hmm.
This seems like a good idea, especially like 2 years from now. It's already 4060 and so on and so on. Every 2 years there's a new graphics card. Can you imagine trying to keep up?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like leasing a car instead of buying a car, I guess is a better way to say it.
Yeah.
It's a good idea if you always want the latest, but it's not yours.
Yeah, I would rather own it.
Then again, hardware don't last that. It's not supposed to last that long.
Right.
You have to worry about thermal paste, which is not a big deal, but I guess that's not a bad idea. $60 a month or even $100 a month is not that bad if you want to keep changing it.
True.
All right. Controversy. What do you guys think? Because technically, I'm on this boat. Do you guys agree with the ban for keyboard automation? So I guess for the viewers or people who don't know, people like to move left and right to slow your character down to shoot more accurately in first-person shooter, counter strafing. So this hardware for Razer, software, I guess hardware and software for Wooting, you can eliminate that error of releasing the key. Is it cheating?
I don't know.
It's so if you think about it, like compared to the pro players who have kind of practice to precisely make these movements, and with these keyboards you can easily make the movements, it is an unfair advantage. Currently, since it's only specific keyboard that has this, I can see why it would be banning. That this technology would be banned from the games, from competitive games. Possibly later in the future, when everyone will have this technology, or this technology become more regular, like everyone will get it, then it'll come back. But because it's too specific that you have to get these keyboards in order to get this, I think it is considered an unfair advantage for the ones with these keyboards.
Interesting. How about you, Brian?
I mean, I don't see it, or I don't pay attention to it that often. So, I mean, it seems like it's an unfair advantage, but that just also means you just got to get better, to be honest.
Yeah, like to be honest, from a person who's using it, your shots are more, or I guess less spreading, spreads less, right? As you're moving left and right. It is true, but that's just one part of the whole game, right? Which I guess if you're a pro, it makes sense, or if you're, I don't know, that's kind of hard, right? Because like you can say that the same thing with frame rates, right? Like more frames is better, even less ping, for example, is better, hardware is better, monitor is better. It's kind of like that, but this one is more physical, I guess. More physical aid.
It's like it can be compared to like a script.
Yeah, people,
like a computer program like helping you instead of your own skill.
Well, script obviously is a cheat, right? Because you're writing it intentionally, but this is part of a hardware that anyone can buy. This is hard. This is difficult, but Valve decided to ban it, for better or for worse. Well, I guess that means you just need to get better at counter strafing, huh? Well, it's still kind of cool. They didn't ban it at first. Now they banned it, so I guess we'll see.
All right. First film on the list is the teaser trailer. U.S. teaser trailer for Emilia Perez. Emilia Perez it's a French film that features Zoe Saldana and Selena Gomez. This film is mostly in Spanish and set mostly in Mexico. It's very interesting because it's a crime film regarding a lawyer who is helping a cartel leader in a sex affirmation change, and which also is that this is gonna be a musical. So it's a very interesting style of film.
Interesting. Kind of like the Joker, right? Musical. What do you guys?
Musical?
The second one's supposed to be musical, yeah.
Oh, the second one, yeah.
Yeah, the first one wasn't. Yeah, the second one's supposed to be more of a musical, and that's interesting. So more singing and dancing kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. When does this come out? Oh, I guess it already came out, huh? Just for Netflix now.
In French, and it's gonna be in Netflix for later this year for US release.
Oh, interesting. She's super famous.
Oh yeah.
Huh?
She's a lot of Disney film with her.
Yeah. It's cool. Let's see when it comes out.
The next one is called Megalopolis. This is very interesting. Megalopolis is about a city that has gone through a disaster, and they're looking to rebuild. Hence, Megalopolis name, and it's the character of Adam Driver is looking to rebuild into a utopia, while the mayor still wanted to be back in the old ways. So it's a kind of fight for how they should rebuild the city. This film is created by Francis Ford Coppola, who directed Godfather, Dracula, Apocalypse Now. So he's done very amazing movies previously.
Interesting. What do you think, Brian?
It seems interesting, but yeah, I like Adam Driver as a actor. He's pretty good.
Who's Adam Driver? Is he the comedian?
He you remember Star Wars? The couple recent ones. He's the
the main dude. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I see it now.
Kylo Ren.
Okay. The architect, right? You said architect, right?
Yeah. So he's kind of
Coppola.
Interesting. And IMAX. Oh shoot.
Yeah, this is very interesting with Francis Ford Coppola being the director, since he has some very good movies under his belt.
Yeah. Okay.
Utopia.
There's another one, hopefully, right? But if it's coming out to IMAX, that means it's gonna be pretty good. Slingshot.
And with movies that are coming out, one of them, Slingshot. So this is a movie about astronauts who are trying to do a slingshot maneuver around the Saturn's moon, Titan. So that would do a slingshot them to somewhere else to get materials, right? And so because it's a many-year journey, they are constantly being in a drug-induced hibernation sleep. but the drugs are also causing side effects, deteriorating their mind, like having hallucination, paranoia, and such. So
That's
this is about
crazy.
the astronauts kind of fighting the way through like the whole paranoia. Yeah.
That is so crazy.
It's nice to see this guy back again. I forgot his name.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah.
Morpheus.
Yeah, Morpheus. Yeah, and John Wick. That's really cool. I like his movie so far, like most of it. I don't think there's one that I've seen that I didn't like yet.
Casey Affleck is in the movie too.
Who?
Casey Affleck? Ben Affleck's brother.
Yeah, Casey Affleck is the main character of this film.
Interesting.
He doesn't look like Ben Affleck much, huh?
No.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool, like, kind of psychological film. Like, a lot about, just like he seems like.
Yeah, I like those type of movies that makes you think, and then sometimes question the world, right?
Yeah, this is very along the lines that you gotta think about what's real and what's not. Seems like.
It's kind of like Shutter Island and Inception, right?
Shutter Island.
Yeah.
Dude, that thing messes with you a little bit. Oh man, hopefully.
This is the second movie I've known, like that I'm aware of, that have used this slingshot maneuver in space.
Yeah.
The other one I remember was I believe The Martian, where they decided to use it to go back to Mars to rescue the one who was left behind.
Yeah.
So very interesting, like how seeing the same idea, being used in another movie.
This kind of reminds me of the Adam Sandler movie, but obviously not in the rescue thing. Have you guys seen it? The space one that's on Netflix right now? Kind of new. It's kind of trippy, kind of mind bending, kind of like this. Or I guess could be kind of like this, but 39% Rotten Tomato. Does Rotten Tomato actually matter to you guys?
No.
For the most part, no.
Unless you're like spending the money, right? Like if it's on Netflix or something, Rotten Tomato doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, doesn't matter to me.
If you go out and then you're like, should I spend money on this? Then you're like, okay, 39, maybe we'll watch something different, right? Maybe? Or at least that's what I kind of do. Oh.
Afraid. And notice that it's AI with capital AI. So this is another, I would say another kind of AI horror movie. Kind of the AI gone rogue. This is from the same producer of Megan. So along the same line, but this is a smart home. So instead of the usual robot or something, this is a smart home that kind of start taking control of the family's lives and become uncontrollable in what they do.
So I saw the trailer for this. It's kind of interesting. Do you guys? Well, I guess the closest person is Brian. He uses to turn on the lights, but
that's about it.
How AI would you make your home, or how AI would you make your life?
Not that much, no.
Like Tesla's coming out with robots. Technically, AI can find any bug and then do stuff with your software, which controls all the hardware. I don't know. It solves your problems for you.
Yeah, this AI was supposed to I believe it was the premise is like this is an experimental AI, like smart home AI that kind of have monitors and anticipate what you need and does things for you like order groceries and etc. And so, and then when it gets more out of control, like what happens?
Interesting. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty good. This might sway some people away from then something that we cannot avoid, right?
True.
I think there's no way we can avoid this change. This it's already taken over
Yeah.
most of our lives already. Especially with the AI friend, ChatGPT, all this stuff. It's interesting. It's all on our computers already. We just don't use it probably.
Even when you do a Google search, AI is already starting to pop up.
Yeah, the first one that answers or something, right?
Yeah.
Which is much more convenient, but then it also makes you think like, okay, I don't need to go into a website anymore. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see the future, but I don't think we can avoid it.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Beetlejuice.
Oh man,
Beetlejuice, the one it also it's coming out, also coming out soon. But also this was an article talking more about Tim Burton's why the sequel took so long.
Yeah, this took a long time, to be honest. I remember.
So the story this second sequel takes place about 35 years later, right? 30 something years later. And what the article talks about is from Tim Burton, what he says is that it's very much something he didn't have an experience, kind of the change of like 30 something years later, what happens, right? He was still young, on the younger side, and this seems to be a more personal film for him, so he wanted to make a sequel after knowing the answers of what's the family going to be up to after 30 years, for the sequel to be up to standard.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just feels like it's been so long from the first Beetlejuice. It's like,
yeah, I kind of like honestly don't remember much about Beetlejuice anymore.
Yeah.
Is it even worth watching anymore, or is it worth revisiting?
I did recently watch it, and I definitely still enjoyed it.
You still did? Okay.
Yeah. It still holds up, a very great movie.
Okay. I guess that's cool, right? If you're a fan. But I guess I was a fan when I was young, but I don't remember it anymore.
I remember the cartoons more.
Yeah, I remember the cartoons. But I also remember not too much of it, though. I just remember watching it. That's it.
And all I remember is you can't say his name
3 times?
3 times.
Yeah.
And if he does, he'll pop out of nowhere or somewhere.
Yeah. It's kind of cool. That's good. Hopefully, well, they have Michael Keaton, is it? That's his name, right?
Michael Keaton is back as Beetlejuice. Winona Ryder is back as is it Lydia?
Yeah.
Okay.
So pretty exciting. Like, it seems pretty exciting how this is a very personal movie to him, and he wanted to get a better sense of how it should go before he actually makes the movie.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. Now the details, right, is what makes the movie better, right? Not just the storyline. Like for the fans, it does it justice.
But 35 years though, that's a long time.
That's a very long time, man. That's a very long time. But at least he got the script. He got it to go. He got what he hopefully wanted. I guess we'll see. When does this come out? Do you know?
September 6th.
Oh,
soon.
Next week?
Very soon. Yeah, next week actually.
What the hell? Oh. Well, let's see the
Watching
reviews.
the first movie, There was a lot of like, it was back then, it was just all practical effects. So I do hope that they do maintain some practical effects in it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me, but I really do like the practical effects that are done in older films.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Hopefully it does good reviews, and then hopefully I can watch it soon.
Yeah, and last but not least, we get some updates for Batman 2, the Batman 2, where it's gonna be start filming starting next year. We do know that it's a sequel to the Batman is gonna be the Penguin series that we've talked about before. That's coming on Max, and Batman 2 will begin filming, and we'll look forward to Robert Pattinson back as the Batman.
Oh, okay. You know what? I don't like that collar.
You know what?
I'm just being honest. You see the cape, and then you see the collar popping out.
Oh yeah.
I do not like. I don't think it's aesthetically pleasing. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know why he has that. Do you know, Fergus?
I think it's just a custom design.
Yeah.
He has it in the first one. It is part of the custom even in the first one, so it's just a custom design thing.
I don't. It looks weird. I'm sorry.
Yeah. This is exciting. Batman left with a cliffhanger. Was a good movie. Well, it has to kind of live up to a legacy, right? Batman's kind of.
It's pretty popular, pretty big.
Yeah.
So it is worth watching the Batman.
You haven't seen it?
Yeah.
No.
It is.
Okay. I'll put it as one of my things to watch if it ever comes out on Netflix or something.
Okay. This is exciting. So there's no update on when, right?
No,
It's still in the long works, right?
Yeah, it hasn't started filming yet, but it's starting filming next year, so it's expected 2026 is when you'll hit the theater.
2026.
God damn.
Okay. All right. Gaming news.
Yeah. So VCT. The recent VCT viewerships has gone up since last year on YouTube and TikTok. A lot of people are watching it on YouTube.
1 million people.
Yeah. So here's my question. Like, since it's starting to get so big, do you think they'll ever like put it on television?
Yeah. It's all about numbers.
Yeah.
And all about deals and how much money they get, right? Because TV, they'll just have more ads.
Exactly. I feel like they will. Yeah. I just feel like it's just going to be starting getting bigger and bigger.
I remember what ESPN was looking to show G-Sport on their page, on the channels, weren't they?
Yeah,
but it was like for basketball, sports games, and it's not that fun to watch. But I think something like this, I think the only problem is because since it's a shooting game, it might, it's going to promote violence and stuff, so.
Yeah. Yeah, this is hard, right? I would say probably in the future, yes, but as of right now, probably. Well, kids already watch it anyways. It's not like it's not accessible. Parents probably just pretend to not know.
Yeah.
But 1.4 million is a lot, and I guess just to toot Brian's horn, Valorant also did a bracket, and Brian guessed really well. Not guessed, but he picked like extremely well. Go ahead.
I was in the top 5% of the pick'ems, but it was just basically luck.
Nice.
5%, that's crazy. I use ChatGPT, like all straight and honesty. I got top 31% or something like that. But chat was not that bad, you know, like from knowing nothing about any of these teams, it's kind of crazy that, you know, it's technically a pass, right? But Brian, I should have just copied Brian, damn it. 5% is crazy. This is kind of cool. Hopefully they do something, right? Like, there's a lot of money here.
There is a lot of money, especially with this kind of type of viewership.
Yeah. But then also, I guess with knowing that, right? These kids are younger. Most people don't have cable anymore. Like, are people really gonna?
That's true.
No, VCT still it still leaks from League of Legends stuff.
Yeah. So like, right? Like, no one would pay to sit and watch on the TV when they just watch it on YouTube or Twitch or what? I guess TikTok too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the accessibility is what helps. Right?
Yeah, we watch on our computer. We go on Discord together, and we watch. Sometimes we watch like the finals for League of Legends.
Yeah.
Together.
Yeah. See,
being on your computer, you can watch it while like have the same reaction with your friends on Discord.
TV is too much of a barrier, right? Because you have to sit down, like.
Yeah, unless you schedule the time to go sit down and watch it together.
Yeah.
But then that will have to mean that tournament is being hosted in your country.
Yeah. But congratulations to Edward Gaming.
Edward Gaming.
Crazy.
Con finally got it.
Yeah, congrats. Little
All right.
Nightmares 3.
Yes. So these next few is going to be pretty interesting. So I looked at this game and I don't remember it at all. But when I was watching like the YouTube,
Yeah.
the YouTube, you know, previews for it, it looked pretty interesting. But like I said, I wasn't very interested in the first two anyways. So it's not my type of game, but it was very cute animations and stuff. So.
Yeah, it looks really cool, but it's good enough to make 3.
I guess so.
Yeah, it seems like a cool, fun game. Like, it's not. I don't know how hard it is, but it looks cool. It's just the time of having a chance to play it is gonna be hard.
Yeah.
How about you, Fergus? What do you think?
Yeah, Little Nightmares is a good, pretty big game, big series.
Have you tried it?
Little Nightmares 2, I have tried to a little. I played a little bit of it. It's a puzzle platformer. Well, I wouldn't say platformer. You run around and you solve puzzles, and you usually some sort of horror, something scary is going on. So you're trying to hide while trying to solve puzzles at the same time. So it's very like atmospheric, like in the mood, and get your heart beating while you're trying to quickly solve puzzles and escape.
Oh, that's crazy.
Frostpunk. The city must not fall. You cannot even see that word.
Yeah. I was watching this and I was like, I don't understand this at all. Like, is this trying to be like Borderlands or something? Like you're trying to survive something?
Oh, even the site load's kind of slow.
Yeah.
It looks like a strategy game.
I think it looks like it's a city builder.
Oh, so like Civilization?
Civ or like the survival city builder.
Oh, I don't know why some people like those type of games. I mean, it was fun when it first came out, but now it's like, yeah, I don't have that much fun because it's just like you have to like babysit, you know?
You have to have your computer on?
No, not really.
Okay, thank God, because Can you imagine if it's like you turn it off and
You start over.
yeah, or I guess not start all over, but it's not like it's not continuously going, kind of like in modern games, I guess. Or not modern. Well, what am I thinking about? Like Animal Crossing, right? Is that something you just turn off and then come back and things change with time?
Oh yeah, it could.
Right?
It could, because I remember like playing a Civilization one time where something like that happened, and then all of a sudden, like my base is all destroyed. I'm like, oh, okay. So what was the point of this? That's where I lost interest in Civilization and stuff like that. Is when it's
Well,
when they got-
Civilization I'm not sure if the game pauses and you can save. Like it's rounds, right? Civilization is a real-time game, so it's rounds or it's per game, and you start a new game. So kind of like StarCraft, right? So you can't can't really quit in the middle of that. It might be in that style. Between games, you can stop. But if this is like city builder, it's like the previous kind of really big city builder I can think of is City Skylines.
Right.
It's a very big game where you build your city, and yes, you can kind of like Sims. You can stop and then you can continue again. It's about building and maintaining your city. I think this is very neat, like a new style of it. Like it's more than just a city. It's trying to survive the winter, and it's very interesting. Like kind of expanding how you will want to build your city. How do you set up roads? Where you set up the different facilities, and how you can expand.
That's crazy. But yeah, I'm not. I mean, it looks nice, but yeah, it's not something for me. I really don't like city builders anymore, to be honest. Like Sims, I don't like it anymore. It was good when it first came out, but then now it's like I don't have the time to just sit there and Hunter's Wilds. Now this looks like a nice game.
Exciting! Monster Hunter Wilds.
Just by the beginning pages, it looks so good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Monster Hunter Wilds I haven't really like been doing very well with the new generation of games.
Isn't it? Go ahead.
Monster Hunter Monster Hunter World really stepped into the open world format of it, and now this next game, Monster Hunter Wild, featuring a new world, like this is just gonna take it to the next level.
Is it still open world still?
Yes, it's all open world. Yeah, the previous Monster Hunter, it used to be in a map. It's divided into sections. So when you go into different sections, it'll have to reload that section of the map. Right. And then Monster Hunter World, the previous game, introduced open world where it's seamless, pretty much seamless when you go from different sections. So that you're hunting seamlessly, and then this continue on with that.
A different world, though, right?
Yes, it is in a different world they're in. Weapons seems to be the same.
Dude had
I've not seen any weapons.
Dude had a big ol' axe. What the heck?
Yeah, that's also another thing. Monster Hunter have always been featuring the ridiculously big weapons.
And the sword is freaking huge too. Oh my.
Oh, you have not seen all of them.
Yeah, I don't know. Should I? That's the thing. Like, if I want to play this, I think I would play it the first one first before I go to the second and third.
No, you can definitely. Monster Hunter is very good at like you can just join in. It doesn't actually really connect to the old one. It's not like a sequel.
Oh,
it's its own story, so its own world. So it's very good with you just starting fresh on in a game. You don't have to play the previous one.
Okay, so I don't need to play the previous one. I could just start wherever. Okay. Well, this looks like a pretty good.
Right now, if you like a giant, like hunting, like giant creatures,
Uh-huh.
and kind of anime style, like big weapons, like usage, like it's very fun. Like usually it's up to 4 players. I don't know if that's gonna change, but historically it's up to 4 players.
Uh-huh.
The co-op
And-
online?
Yes, co-op online.
Very nice.
Up to 4 players and go all on a mission to hunt a certain monster. Of course, there's other creatures in the environment that you can hunt. So that's just little side quests here and there is also great.
Yeah, I think I would like this game just by looking at the graphics right now. But I've never played it because I thought, oh, it's just gonna be like a Pokemon type thing. So you just catch them.
No, it's
What?
not catching at all. It features around like when you upgrade, you hunt and you can harvest materials from what you hunt,
Uh-huh.
and then you can use those materials to craft better gear.
Okay. Okay. Huh. Something I have to look into more, I guess.
Seems
But
like
yeah,
something
go ahead.
you're going to spend a lot of time on, huh?
Yeah, but it's coming out in 2025, so I'll just read into it more before I decide on it. Because, like, yeah, I mean, Final Fantasy might come out that year too, so
What Final Fantasy?
or not.
No, there's no way.
I don't know.
There's no way. No way. It can come out already. No way. No possible way. You keep dreaming.
No, they were
dreaming.
they were in fast production. I don't know, man.
Yeah, keep dreaming. That ain't happening. This is gonna probably take like 2027. Optimistically.
Yeah.
I honestly do not think it's gonna come out that soon.
Okay.
That's way too soon.
We will see. We will see.
No, there's no C. It just ain't happening. 2027. Nope. Nope. What is this
All
one?
right. Tavern Talk.
Okay.
So, where coffee talk meets Dungeons and Dragons. So I'm like, I don't know any of this, but once you get to once we get closer to, you'll see why I picked these games. But like I said, this looks like one of those games where people are just gonna go around and and like what's that good, there's a game out like previously where there's people just walk around, they buy stuff, they gather stuff. It was very kind of like cartoonish too, like this. The game is slipping my mind. Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, it seems just like what this game is going to be, where you it's on the tip. But yeah, I guess, yeah. It's just, I just think it's more towards like the Dungeons and Dragons type of people that's gonna play these type of games. This game, because it looks like so cartoonish and so like very game boardy-ish type of thing.
So it's a visual novel.
Yeah, it looks
For
like
the
a very
Switch.
story focus from
Okay.
reading a synopsis. Like it's just you're playing as the tavern owner, and you're listening and talking to your guests. And
So you're pretty much a bartender.
yeah.
Interesting.
If I could
Brian wants to be a bartender?
No, I do not. But you'll see why this game was popped up. I wish I knew because it reminded me of a game where you're a store owner and you're selling like weapons and stuff like that and gear, and you could make upgradable gears and stuff like that. Oh, I wish I remembered that name.
Do you make gears?
You know, like you sell items, you sell like weapons, like armor, stuff like that. It was a game that I saw where people were playing and on saw like a little video of it. I just can't remember the name. Damn. But yeah, I mean, this was, like I said, this isn't for me in particular, but it seems like a nice game, little game.
Oh, it's only coming out for the Switch. Or at
That's
least
why.
that's what it looks
Steam.
like, huh?
Steam and Switch.
Oh yeah, Steam right there. $18. That's not that bad.
That's not that bad, no.
Yeah. Yeah. What is this?
Creatures of Ava. So you're trying to save an ecosystem and a planet, and you're I guess it's kind of like more on the Pokemon Power side. You're using the creatures to help you save the planet and the ecosystem.
Interesting.
All in hopes of saving the planet from a life-consuming infections.
So a lot of games are kind of like, oh well, if this is true, then it seems like a lot of games wants to be like Pokemon, huh?
I mean, it's very popular.
Pokemon?
Yeah. Look at that. That's crazy. Look, she befriended too. Look at that.
Befriended, he says.
Look at that. She has her own wannabe Pokedex. Oh, wow. That is crazy. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't. It seems like a pretty, like, kid-friendly game.
Do you think kids buy more games or adults?
Adults.
Adults, I would have to say. Adults buy it for the kids. Kids just like.
Oh yeah, I guess in that context, yeah, but like, who do you think plays more games then, kids or adults?
Adults, I would say.
Really?
This seems to be pretty cool, like creature taming, puzzle solving game. Kind of very, it's a pretty like well made, polished indie game.
Would you guys play it?
No. Like I said, this isn't a game for me.
There's too many games nowadays, right? It's so hard. Competition's gonna be hard.
Yeah, it's nice visually. I like the art and stuff. It's different. But I wouldn't play it. What about you, Fergus? Would you play it?
Yeah, I would. It's I like to support it, like indie developers, and this seemed very well made.
Yeah. I've played this game on mobile. It is fun, but it is very, very time consuming, and I don't have the time for it anymore.
Genshin Impact never stopped. Right?
No, it's continually going.
I did play it for a while when it first came out. I Yeah, I did play it for quite a bit when it first came out, but catching up to the content, I end up stopping and have never returned. Haven't returned since.
Me too. I just gave up. I was like, okay, this is too much, too time consuming. I don't have the time for this.
So this is another expansion? Is that right?
Yeah, the Genshin Impact Bro was already planned to be very big. Like the first part that came out was only a small portion.
Yeah.
So they've been constantly coming out with new characters, new islands for you to traverse and explore.
Yeah.
So it's becomes expansion continues, and it's a very big game.
I think that's kind of cool, right? Like if you love this universe, like Final Fantasy VII for Brian, for example, it keeps going. That's awesome. You can always like have that universe to come back to, and it doesn't end. But if it's so much that a new person comes in, like Final Fantasy 14, right? Someone who just joins it probably.
It's gonna get pwned.
Yeah, not just phone, but like hundreds of hours behind.
Yeah, someone who's...
everyone else that's right next to them. It's kind of hard, right?
Yeah. So...
assuming this is the same.
Yeah, this is a gacha game, so it's one of those where you keep playing, you get stronger.
And you pay too, right?
Yes.
It's a gacha game where you pay and collect characters, and you can make them stronger. You got multiple of the same character to make them stronger.
Yeah.
That's a cool idea. I if I was a kid, I would love this. Like you get to continue on living in this game.
The characters are all very well designed, look very good. The fighting is very fluid, so the whole game is very well made.
Yeah, it was. I liked it when I played it, but like I said, it just got too time consuming. I just stopped.
Yeah, enjoy all these games, man. Please, as much as you can.
Yeah. So the reason why I picked those games is because Gamescom's awards, and the games were the award winners that we just saw. So the first award was Best Visuals, which was Little Nightmare, the first one that we saw.
Bandai Namco, I didn't even know they made that game.
There are some other runner-ups.
Oh, this is cool. The ants, that's very nice, because you rarely see it zoomed in like that.
Yeah.
Best audio as well?
Yes, they won Best Audio.
I do remember they have very good audio.
Frostpunk, Best Gameplay.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Most
What? How is that right? When the game never came? Oh, I just announcement based off announcement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like Star Wars Outlaw just came out, or I think is it came out, or is it?
It's coming out either today or tomorrow.
Most
okay,
epic.
yeah. So it's an early access. Yeah.
Yeah. Most epic.
Most wholesome. Oh my god, that's kind of cool. Most impact.
Games for Impact.
Oh.
Okay.
Group platform.
Again? Three awards so far. That's pretty good.
Best PC game.
Deliverance.
Kingdom Come, huh? Best PlayStation Monster Wild. When it's not a PlayStation owned studio, that's kind of because it's not.
I think it's just any game that's gonna be on PlayStation.
Dragon Ball was a nominee.
Yeah, Dragon Ball. Yeah, Dragon Ball's cool.
Best mobile game, of course, Genshin Impact.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You can play it on your phone.
So Zero is also from Oyoverse. Oh, Monster Hunter now.
Oh, there's a Monster Hunter on the phone too?
Yeah, it's similar to Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
You're hunting monsters instead of capturing them.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
So
do you guys agree? I guess this one, I guess so. A lot of people play it. I would pick Dragon Ball. No, I'm just kidding. No, I wouldn't. I have not played Monster Hunter though. That's the thing. So it's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Monster Hunter seems like another one of those you spend a lot of time in. I never heard of Kingdom.
Me neither.
Outlaws. I'm surprised Outlaw didn't actually win for
Same here.
Xbox.
I was surprised Outlaw didn't win any of these.
So that means Little Nightmares actually really that good. It's just a miss for us.
No,
We,
Little Nightmares 2 did very well, if I remember
yeah.
correctly.
Widow seems kind of cool. That seems like something you play with a kid for sure, or your kids.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, this is category wholesome. Okay.
Oh, yeah, okay. But it looks like a kid's game for sure, right there.
Yeah. Yes,
Dune Awakening. I don't even know who should play a Dune game. This one seems like a cool Sims upgrade, huh?
Mostly.
Yeah, very like realistic.
What the hell kind of craziness is that, right? It's kind of cool.
The one that surprised Pal World was the one that surprised me the most because it was entertaining, but then it's
people
just
love that game. I guess not lately, but people really love that game
because it's too time consuming.
Yeah. I don't know any of these games as well. Star Wars. Okay, Star Wars got good audio. That's good then, because can you imagine lightsaber people shooting at you? You don't know which direction. That's awesome. And the last one, I'm surprised.
Oh yes, I remember.
This one I just laughed when I saw this. It's called Squirrels with Guns.
I remember seeing this when the first trailer came out.
What the F is this BS, right?
I was laughing.
No, this seems like a dev had so much fun.
Yeah, because look how big the gun is compared to.
Yeah, whoever made this game is a genius.
Look, he's using it off.
It's so cool. This one looks so fun.
Oh my god. I was just watching this trailer. I was like, what the hell is this? Oh.
Yeah, this game very much reminds me of Goat Simulator, Untitled Goose Game. It's have that similar
It's out.
personality, I guess.
On PlayStation, I really hope this comes to PlayStation Plus because this seems like such a fun game, right?
Yeah, I was just laughing my ass off when I saw that. I was like, what type of people thinks of this type of game? Oh, I'm glad they thought of it. I'm glad, to be honest.
Yeah, it's so cool. I don't know. I guess
So I thought I'd end it with that, a little funny.
yeah. That was pretty cool. Gamescom is done. Now Tokyo Game Show, I guess next month. Is that right? I believe Tokyo Game Show is next month.
Yep, September.
Yeah, and then isn't New York? When is New York Comic Con? That's during winter or spring? Do you know?
I don't know that one.
New York Comic Con, October 17th.
Okay, there you go. That's what I thought. It's like back to back kind of thing. So we got some busy news for you guys coming up. Hopefully, and hopefully you guys enjoy everything. Let us know what you think. Give us some comments, feedback. Don't forget to like and follow.
Watch out for squirrels with guns.
Yeah, if you see them, run the opposite way. All right, guys. See ya.
Later.
See you later.